Good morning, guys. Today is day 16 in our 30 days of gratitude, and uh, I was thinking this morning about the United States space program, specifically the Apollo missions, which happened, well before my lifetime, about 15 to 20 years before my lifetime, really. But I was thinking about it, and it just kind of had me thinking. Um, just about kind of where we are in 2020 and just kind of the craziness and um, it just kind of an overall theme that I kind of almost feel every day for this whole 30 days of gratitude. And how I think most people kind of just see 2020 as a really, really crappy year. um, I'm a huge advocate of the space program. I think it's really brought us many great things, and the exploration of knowledge and understanding is kind of right up my alley. Uh, I'm the type of person that in school I annoyed my teachers because they said I always asked too many questions because you can never have all the answers, in my opinion. So this morning I got thinking about the Apollo missions as a part of the space program for the United States, and I mean they were really great. And something that just kind of stuck out in my mind was each of the Apollo missions they had a plaque on the ladder of the landers that went to the surface of the moon, and the one that kind of sticks out in my mind is the one that went with the Apollo 17 mission, which was the last one to go onto the surface of the moon. And I actually pulled it up just because the words that were on it are very compelling to me, especially kind of with where we are in 2020. The words on the plaque, and I have it actually pulled up, are "Here man completed his first explorations of the moon December 1972 AD. May the spirit of peace in which we came be reflected in the lives of all mankind." Now, that kind of resonated with me because yesterday I talked about, being grateful for the luxuries in life that a lot of us probably take for granted, and those who are less fortunate than us out there may be struggling to find a warm bed and things like that, and how as people we should be kind-hearted to those people and take care of them. um, Religiously in Christianity, Jesus Christ taught to help the poor and look kindly down on those less fortunate than us and kind of help lift them up. And one of the things is you have 2020 this year, which it's uh, it's been a horrible year just because of the pandemic and everything, and I think people are dealing with depression, and people are losing their jobs, and just all these things are going on this year just with the pandemic. And uh, it seems like and feels like there's just so much evil that's come into this world this year because of that. And then here in the United States, top that off with the elections. And every 4 years, it just seems like the country as a whole, everyone just loses their minds, gets more hateful, gets more divided, um, just more evil enters all of our lives. And it seems like every 4 years it gets worse and worse. Well, so you have just this really, really bad year because of these two things going on. And I got thinking how, number one, with these 30 days of gratitude, we really need to focus on uh, trying to rid that evil out of 2020, but also trying to be more loving, more kind, and more understanding and less divisive as people. And so, this whole kind of idea that, the spirit of peace and what we did, 40 some years ago, um, you know, 48 years ago. Um, I'm of the firm belief that there is good in humanity, that there is good in us. Um, there are things like Mike Rowe does that whole thing, returning the favor. And so you see a lot of good people that are out there doing good things for their communities. That's the kind of spirit I think that we all need right now. And this is kind of a long, rambling post, I think, but I think that's kind of the thing I'm grateful for today is despite the fact that it seems like there's so much evil in this world right now, people are filled with so much hate and so much divisiveness, and there's so much violence going on, there's protesting, and it feels like the world's falling apart. But the thing is, I know that there's good in people out there. There are kind, loving people. I see it in my community. I'm sure you see it in yours. And so that's the thing I'm grateful for today is seeing that silver lining, I guess, amidst all of this that's going on. You can still see a silver lining that there are still a lot of good people out there. Unfortunately, it gets tainted with this image of violence and hatred and divisiveness and everything. And, I'm not going on some kind of political rant and saying, oh, it's one side or it's the other side, because I don't care which side it is. It's the simple fact that there's good in humanity. There's good in people. And despite all the shit that's going on this year, how horrible 2020's been, I think most people would agree that it's been a pretty bad year. Despite all that, we can still look at a silver lining and see that, hey, there is some good in humanity, and we do have a spirit of peace. Maybe less this year than normal, but maybe we can turn it around in 2021 and start loving one another better, and stop being hateful to others because of opinions or whatever. So that's what I'm grateful for today, is just kind of seeing that silver lining and realizing that there are good people out there within my community and elsewhere. So kind of a long rambling post, I guess, but it just was on my mind this morning, and especially that what was on that plaque, and it's just like, what a good message. So that's what I'm grateful for today. How about you guys?